Hi, Dawn here with Bit by Bit Bodyworks. What I've got for you today is a super simple sequence that targets the shoulders and the hips. We get a little bit into the spine, and it can be really interesting for you to do either a plank or downward dog, and then the sequence on the one side, then come back and recheck before doing this sequence on the other side. The other thing you can do is just simply do this sequence and notice how it feels for you. So, pop down onto your hands and your knees. And the first thing you're going to do is just take a second to land and arrive on the hands and on the knees. Feel how much weight you've got through the legs and through the arms. And if you know what a didgeridoo is, it's a musical instrument, imagine that each leg and each arm is a didgeridoo. And as you arrive here, you kind of let the musical bits on the inside of the didgeridoo flow from the shoulder and hip sockets down into each hand and each knee. And then you're going to move the hips back and forward in space, with an eye towards moving at the hip socket and at the shoulder socket. So if you weren't moving primarily at the hip and shoulder socket, what that might look like is the pelvis kind of diving under and the spine moving a lot as you move back and forward. It might also look like, as you move back, this and this. So yeah, we want to have the spine remain neutral and unchanged as we focus on moving at the hip joint and at the shoulder joint. Okay? And then we're going to internally rotate both legs for a second and take the hips back and forward again. Now you might notice with the thigh bones in this new position that there's a natural kind of inward rollingness to the thighs as the hips move back, and an outward rollingness as the thighs move forward. And if you don't feel that, that's okay. Notice what you do feel. And then we're going to pop up onto one hand and one knee. And I'm not worried about stacking the top shoulder and hip on the bottom hip and shoulder. I'm more interested in you finding a position where the hip and the shoulder on the bottom feel very centrated, or you feel very in the socket. Sometimes if we try to roll and stack, there'll be this sense of coming to the front of each of these sockets and it feels less stable. So I want it to be where those joints feel like they've got a lot of contact between the pelvic bone and the femur bone, and between the humerus and the scapula. Okay, and then from here we're going to move in that same fashion back and forward. Okay, now I could add a little bit of thoracic mobility. So as I go back, start to twist. And actually, this is where a roller would be really nice, or a Coregeous ball to roll in that hand. And that's it. So then if you did do plank or you did down dog, I'd invite you to do it again before repeating that sequence on the other side. But just a super simple, no props necessary way to really target our hips and our shoulder joints. So thanks for joining me. Have a great, great day. And please get down, play, explore, and discover what you discover today. Bye for now.